heading over to our Sounders here who were playing at home on July 23rd versus the Colorado Rapids after going on a quick 2-game road trip that was less than fun. The Sounders were able to get a bounce back win, secure 3 points. Ignore the little thing on the bottom. I apologize. I did not update that. The win over the Rapids was a 2-1 win. Play the game. Left winger Jordan Morris, a goal, 1 penalty drawn, and an 8.4 match rating. Jordan Morris, for his efforts, would actually be named to the MLS Team of the Week, with Nico Ladera being named to the MLS Team of the Week bench. With that being said, with this match against Colorado, you had lost the last 3 matches. You had failed to score at all in those last 3 matches. And going into this game, Colorado scored in the 3rd minute. So it's like, ooh, this is bad already. But Seattle was able to buckle down. Jordan Morris scored, I believe it was in the first half still. But then, I mean, so you're equal, which is fine, good, sure. But then we go right after halftime. Kellen Rowe got a second yellow to get a red card, and he was ejected. So Seattle's down to 10 men. So you're having to hold on to a 1-goal lead. When your back line's been playing kind of back and forth these last 4 games effectively, because that first goal the Colorado got total lost a man, shouldn't have happened. So it's like, hey, we're down to 10 now. And Seattle was able to hold through and dominate offensively. The only offensive stat that Seattle did not dominate out of shots on target, possession, was corners. And they only had like 1 less corner or something. So they were able to keep the pressure on despite being down a man. And Colorado really did not make Stephen Fry sweat in that second half. And really that first goal wasn't his fault. So good to see that. It's a tough, gritty win. And to continue on Jordan Morris, that penalty drawn, that second goal, that Seattle doesn't get those 3 points without Jordan Morris.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. This is the Jordan Morris that is able to stretch the field. We talk about football, right? Stretching the field.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Morris stretches the field. He's improved his header game, and I mean, he's just overall a valuable attacker at this Sounders club. And again, without him, Seattle doesn't win this game. So a tip of the cap to Jordan Morris and getting MLS Team of the Week honors. So thankfully, back on track. 3 more points. You're not yet in a playoff spot again. You're at 8th, and I believe you're only like a point or 2 out of a playoff spot, and you're like 5 points out of like the 3rd seed. So you string some of these together, and you can jump up the standings pretty heavily. But that has to be done, obviously. Easier to say it than do it. And it doesn't get much easier in their next matchup. So Seattle sits at a 9-win, 10-loss, 2-draw record, 8th in the Western Conference, as mentioned. Their next matchup is July 29th on the road against LAFC. LAFC is already a damn talented club, and they added Gareth Bale and Chiellini defensively. Chiellini defensively, not Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale's not obviously the defender. If you follow much of any football at all, you know who Gareth Bale is. Obviously, he's getting older, but it just adds to a LAFC team. So it's not going to be an easy, because they're all of that considered, right? They have the best record in the Western Conference and probably the best team in the MLS. So doesn't get much easier for our Sounders.